So I had done it. I had made it to Japan. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the ups and downs into the entry procedures into Japan. Also, we'll be checking out my first few hours in Japan. Well, I can tell you, getting into Japan, well, it's kind of a whole ordeal, and I'm going to have to go right back to the start to explain how everything is done. No, not that far back. To enter Japan, you'll have to create an account with the website Visit Japan Web. You'll now have 3 categories to fill in, that being quarantine, open bracket, fast track, close bracket, immigration, and customs declarations. Immigrations and customs are just very simple surveys. Such questions as, is there any vegetables in the car? Once this is done, you will receive 2 QR codes. Please remember that you will need these later. And now we're on to the last stage, which is quarantine, and you're going to need the most things for. First off, you are going to need your passport, and you are going to need to take a photo of it to scan in. Unfortunately, Japan does not accept Blockbuster video cards as ID. Once you have taken a good picture of your passport, making sure that the passport number is visible, upload it to Visit Japan Web. Please note that it will probably take a few hours for your passport to be accepted. Now you can get on with the last phase. You have 2 options depending on your circumstances. Option A is take a COVID test 72 hours before you take off. Of course, this is for people who do not have any of the COVID vaccines. I personally didn't take this route, so I unfortunately can't give you much information. There will be more information on the Visit Japan website. Option B was the option I took. Pretty much you have to show proof that you have been vaccinated at least 3 times. You do that by requesting a COVID vaccination certificate from your local government. Of course, each government is different and there will be different styles of certificate, but I'll be using the example from the United Kingdom because that's where I'm from. I did find the hotline to request a COVID certificate, but this is kind of where I hit a snag. When I went through it, it was pretty much an automated system, and once I went through all the options, it practically said, hey, just go online and just print something off. Of course, this could potentially work, but I didn't really want to leave anything to chance. So unfortunately, I did have to go back and call back up again. The second time, sort of when they got to the bit of, hey, are you some sort of boomer who doesn't have a mobile phone? I kind of said the option, yes. And this is when I actually did receive a call from someone who was like, do you not know how to use the app? And that's where I just responded, no. And they actually finally decided to actually send me my COVID certificate. So yes, it does show you it is a bit of a pain to actually receive a physical copy. As I said before, they did trying to send me to the app, and there is a printout you can get, but I just really wanted to be doubly sure that this was official documents, because I didn't just want to arrive at Japan's gate and be denied. Once I received my documents, I had to upload them onto Visit Japan Web. The other good thing about this that yes, it does actually let you upload multiple documents. So like my COVID certificates that came over 2 pages, you don't have to sort of squish it all together into one upload. I was able to upload both pages. Please do also note that it actually does take a while for your COVID certificates to be approved. I think it took me over 2 days to get mine approved. So make sure that if you are doing this, make sure you have plenty of time. Also, if you're asking, hey, what about this SOS app I've heard? Or my SOS app? Don't worry about that. Literally, everything has been put into this one app. Literally, they have just Frankensteined the My SOS app into this Visit Japan Web. So just making it all easy by putting the customs and all the other things in there. So there is no My SOS app to worry about anymore. Once your COVID certificates have been approved, you will receive a blue screen like this. And this technically means you're all ready to go. But trust me, It's not as easy as you think when you actually arrive in Japan. Here is my experience. So after leaving the plane, I arrived at the first checkpoint. This was for the quarantine open bracket fast track close bracket. Due to the fact that my phone was from the UK, I knew I wouldn't be able to access internet straight away from it. So I had come prepared. First off, I print screened all 3 QR codes from the Visit Japan web app website. I was also make sure to print out a physical copy, which we'll find out later, thank God I had done. So came to the person at the first checkpoint, showed her my print screen QR code, and I had already checked the Wi-Fi in the airport wasn't great in this area, so there was no way I could have got online. And she took one look at it and said, "No, you're not getting in with that." So I sort of almost got moved to sort of you need to get online, and of course there was a load of people panicking trying to get online. This is where I thought, maybe I should try my plan B, as I had already printed out the QR code. But I was getting worried due to the fact that technically what I'd already shown was just a copy of the QR code. This time I went up to another lady and showed her this. She was like, "Wait, you've already done this?" And I said, "Yes, that was kind of what I was trying to show the first person, but they just must have gotten confused or something." Luckily, she then gave me the pink slip and I had got through this section. Yeah, this did seem to be a weird, reoccurring thing in Japan. They really don't like taking print screen QR codes. And there were times where I literally would show a printout of the QR code and they would accept it totally fine. But the second I'd show it as a print screen, they were like, "No." It's kind of the same QR code, and normally in the UK this works fine. I've done this plenty of times. I've just taken a print screen of QR code because I never know what the internet is going to be like, especially if it's a big sporting event and concert event. Normally the internet can be quite dodgy. But yeah, this is just a thing to remember. If you have a QR code, especially something important like this, probably print it out. Next was immigration, and oh boy, there was a humongous line here. I'm guessing what's happened was that there was a load of flights that came in around about the same time. The line was probably about half an hour to 40 minutes. I actually didn't time this. I actually had enough time in the line to actually find some working Wi-Fi so I could actually get to the Visit Japan website, because I really didn't want to get to the end of this big line and have the guy at the end not accept the printout, and I would probably have to have gone all the way back into this line. You can actually also there actually is paperwork, you can do it. I did actually see some people doing this, so I guess if you don't have the app, you can do this, like the old-fashioned stuff. It's weird because the last time I went to Japan, I was in the same airport, and I think literally this part was really short lines. So in a way, it seems like this system has had made things longer. But then again, it could just been a case that the time before I probably had just come in when no other flights had come in, and this time, unfortunately, a load of flights had decided to come in at the same time. And I did actually look sort of back at the line when I was like entering the actual thing, and yeah, you could actually see that the line was pretty much longer than actually when I entered, so it wasn't one of those things that now there was no line. This one was pretty simple. All you had to do was show the QR code that went with immigration, and they just literally wanted to scan your passport in so that they had a copy of your passports so that they know it's you. Next up was baggage arrivals, and this is normally where you take absolutely forever, but as it had taken me so long to get through the other 2 stages, my bag was already literally sitting there on the side. I don't know, this always kind of gets me worried when your bag is sitting there. I'm always thinking of that episode of The Simpsons where the bully kids are like just stealing bags for fun, and the guy who comes along is like, "Hey, those your bags," and they keep punching in, and the last one just says, "This is for doing your job." Yeah, I just always been really worried someone's going to do that to my bag, so I've always like tried to actually get to the wheel as quickly as possible. So the idea that my bag had just been me sitting there for half an hour was kind of like, quite a worrying one for me. But it was nice to see it already there, and I could literally get through this stage really fast. And there was actually a gentleman there who did like make sure it was my bag, so it wasn't just like the squeaky voiced team from The Simpsons like just getting like wailed on. And then the last stage was customs, where there seemed to be the least amount of communication. In the UK, there's kind of normally two lines, like the way you declare customs and you don't declare customs. And normally the one you don't declare customs, there's like normally nobody there. You literally just walk straight through. Occasionally there may actually be some custom officers. Normally probably they have nothing to do, like waiting for people who they think look sus. But trust me, when I did actually did this in the UK, there was like nobody in that nothing to declare thing. But here, no, you actually do have to like go for a customs officer. You have to sort of go up to this other counter where you have to scan, of course, the last QR code, the customs QR code from the Japan web. So that was like, as I said, that would be a questionnaire saying like everything I brought into the country. And the annoying thing is, I think I started joining the line and I realized, oh, there's this thing I have to do, so I have to sort of run out the line and get into it, and then of course I have to get back in the line, losing my place in the line. And I thought, oh, this is going to make things easier. And I think my understanding is there is actually another section, but that section was shut, so that's where people who had done the QR code could have gone into. But unfortunately, they just had stuck everybody if you had done the QR code or not done the QR code. But the good thing was, the second I did actually get up to the actual counter, I showed them the QR code. They're like, oh great, you've done the QR code. Yeah, pretty much just go straight through. So yes, this finally meant that I was in Japan. We've done it. We're in Japan. This is nice electronic board. Well, here it is, around the corner. Here we go. We are returning to Japan. Tokyo welcomes. Oh, lots of traditional stuff. We got some leaflets. Is there any anime stuff here? No, it's not the first anime thing we saw. And here we are. We are officially in the airport. This is unreal. I'm truly back in Japan after all these years, all those hard nights at work, because I had to work the whole pandemic. This is what I was dreaming of. And I'm finally here. So I already had a bit of an adventure in Japan, but I must say a big thank you to this place here. So literally I pre-bought a like SIM card, just wasn't working. I tried it on 2 separate phones, just it was saying do this, like make this the password and stuff like that. Nothing would happen. I literally came over here just to explain this guy the situation. He's a guy, the nice man in the shop, and he literally was just like put like a test card in, and literally all my messages were coming up. He's like, so what's the problem? And I just explained to him, oh thank you, and yeah, no, it was really nice. And he even put the new SIM in and made sure it worked. So this just really shows you how great Japan is. So it's like great customer service. I was like sitting there a good like 20 minutes like screwing my head, but yes, I got internet and I can finally leave for Akihabara. Right, so now that's all sorted, we can actually sort out the monorail. So when you arrive in Japan, you'll see many options, and your biggest option, or my option, is going to be the monorail. So this is the best way to get to Akihabara, where my hotel is. So unfortunately we can't check in today, but we can, or not check in right now, but I'm going to go and drop this bag off, because this bag is big. Oh my god, it's Bubba. It's Bubba from Hollow Light. So here we are at the monorail tickets. I do actually have a VE card already, but I think I may need to top it up, so I'm going to have a look. So there we are, and I have just topped up my card. There was only about 300 yen on there. I don't think that would have got me far. This is where it says all the places in Akihabara and the places like Akihabara, so you can understand where everything is. Oh, that's the big line. You can see here the humongous line for the JR passes. I do have another video coming up about that, because I actually got mine another day. But yeah, this shows you how long the line for the JR pass can actually get. So please do remember that. This is the monorail. So very simple how you use one of the barriers here. Look at that and think, oh yeah, nothing's going to happen. See those doors at the back? If you don't scan it or put a ticket in, it will tell you off. So what you do, says how much you got, and you go through. As you see, if you don't scan it, it don't do anything. Oh, here comes our first vending machine of the trip. Well, great Fanta, well, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper. Oh, orange, this premium Fanta. I think I may. So the other cool thing you can do with this is actually pay with vending machines. So I want this premium Fanta. I haven't done this in a while, so I think I press here. I have to press the one it is. That's pass some more. Now let's go. Eat your heart out, Oyster Card. You don't do that. And voila, I have my premium Fanta. I just missed a train, but I noticed it has some characters on it. I've got the name of the character. I've never no name of the characters. That's the mad thing. So what you want to look for is the express train, and that's the one that's coming in. You see it, the Hananana Express. The others you can see stuck at all the stations. And as you can see at past, we got one. Here we go. It says first, second, forward in English and Japanese, which is really good. Probably because it's the airport. It's really nice because you can see the dock area. Oh, and this is the collaboration. Yeah, Japan, that's it. It's Kitty Lala. Yeah, so they're doing a collaboration with that, so all the trains are painted like that. I like over there, there's a poster for like a hotel where you can like stay in a train simulator. In Japan, there's also vending machines everywhere. As you can see, there's totally different things in that vending machine from the vending machine we just went to. Also must say they also do have the things in Korean. It just left, but it did come up in Korean. And it's very busy because it's the Express. You know what? We have a little bit of time. You know what? We have a little bit of time. I'm enjoying myself over here. I'm just gonna wait 5 minutes for the less fast train, because everyone's like gonna ram pack into this one. As I said, I have somewhere I'm going, but I can go at my own pace. I'm actually way ahead of myself, even with that confusing thing happened. So I'm gonna let everyone take the express train. We can have a little sit down, try this little Fanta. So let's try this premium Fanta. Fun fact, Fanta in the UK and in America taste totally different from each other. They look totally different from each other. I love American Fanta. That's the really orange stuff. I always call it the Kel Fanta. It's like the orange soda he drinks in Keenan and Kel. So let's see what this is like quickly. You know what that taste reminds me of? It reminds me of Orangina a lot. I don't know why. I do love Orangina. This is quite an interesting little drink. Yeah, I just noticed it's actually premium lemon. I don't know why it's I think it has little bits in it. Is that what reminds me of Orangina? So the taste is different. I don't know, just the way it has a little bit still in it. That's what reminds me of Orangina. Yeah, everyone looks a lot less busy. I'm ready to go at my own pace, tell you. Truth. Sometimes when you rush things, you do silly things, and I don't want to do silly things. I've waited so long to come back here. I just love this. I just love this. I just love this. I just love being back. In 12 days time and I have to go home. If I decide to go home. No, Rebecca would be mad, she'll have another place down in the UK with. So we're going to, and I'm going to probably absolutely mispronounce this, I think it's Hashino Station. Sorry if I mispronounced it, please do say in the comments if I have. And then I can get the, not called the Circle Line, I'm going to call it Circle Line, but it's a circle. I can get that to Akihabara. I'm probably going to put the name of the actual line down here because it'll be horrible, but I would just call it the Circle Line because it's actually a circle, unlike the Circle Line back home, which is some weird Frankenstein shape. And there is an escalator. To show you some of the merchandise this collaboration thing has. I just love how there's like a sushi place on the platform. So the blue line and the green line is the line we are going to be heading for. So let's go let everyone else make their way down. Here we go. Going down more escalators. Seems to be doing a lot up this trip. Ha ha ha. Well, that escalated quickly. Can we transfer to JL line? Oh my god, it's Ultraman! So it's platform 2. Alright, it's Akihabara. So always remember that. Nikabukuro. Ooh, I want to go to Nikabukuro. You can even actually get a driver's view of the train, and you can see the two drivers here. Oh, like there's even like a promotion on that one of the stairs. It's the school from Love Life. Wow. You can see it all, funny. And then the train just comes and blocks it all. Escalator like this one. What? This is just the start of the wild stuff you're going to find. Now here's the problem with Akihabara. There's about 1 million exits, and we need to find a suitable one. Yeah, I'm gonna go. This is the exit. Nice to actually see it again. I think I'm near because I know I need to go to the humongous book-off to get to my hotel. Then there's even like Spike's family posters. That shop over there has a Dress Me Up Darling collaboration. You know, just casually, he's just like, hey, come in here, we got Dress Me Up Darling. Oh, here's the old Sega arcade or Geeko arcade, whatever they want to call it now. We'll be stuff here. Yeah, so they just got a random Dress Me Up Darling collaboration. You know, like no big deal. So this is Electric Avenue. I'm in Akihabara, I'm in Japan. We stay here, we'll wait for the lights. The review from the Your Name people. There's the haunted vending machines. I found the haunted vending machines, everyone there. Heyo there. Yeah, I like filming this the day after because literally the second I got into my room I just fell over and slept. So this is the room. So this is JR Group via Inn, and let's have a look around. So this is the room. Sorry, this is the day after, so I've made just a humongous mess. There's the bed. I'd say the only issue with the bed is that originally they gave me only one pillow. Lucky enough, I managed to win this mall car pillow at the arcade. It was like in one of the machines where they just have like so much stuff that it's like really easy to win. So that's actually like I'm a lifesaver. So the only slight problem with this hotel is you're literally next to the train track, so you do occasionally hear a train come past. So it can be a little bit of a colourful. So you see it's raining today in Japan. So not the biggest room. You got a television. It has basic Japanese television. Like your TV Tokyos and TV Ashi, TV Fuji. I think it has Tokyo MX. It actually has Tokyo MX too, which is kind of rare to see from a television. Actually, I only knew Tokyo MX2 existed because I like got a cable system at home and it had it. I'm like, wow, it's too. Here's the bathroom. We got one of these Japanese toilets, and oh my god, it is amazing. I've forgotten how good Japanese toilets were.
You get a nice little, and this goes into the bath, and I do just love this bath. It's just so deep. I've already had 2 baths in it, and both times were just wonderful. And it's just a funny thing, you can pull up the curtain. Of course, make sure you are in the bath before you, because everyone's going to just get a view of you, and it's not pretty. Yeah, it's just nice to watch the well go by while you're in the bath. And then, of course, always make sure you shut the window when you get up.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you have enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe if you really want to see more Japan videos, and comment if you've seen something cool or want to tell me off for a mispronunciation. Don't forget, we have a Japan video coming every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel. So please, that's why you do need to click that subscribe button, and it really does help smaller channels like us in the algorithm, because we really do need all the help we can. Anyway, until next time, see you soon. Bye.